up, and it is scored!
For three. Got it!
With the shot, it's in!
Lights out! Good night! Goodbye!
And that's it! Marshfield wins!
It's a great serve.
Another one! Drop!
And the Rams drop one first here in the Super Bowl!
Nice.
Kick on the field, and it is
Scored! It is scored!
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting.
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kingston, Massachusetts, here at the Bog. I'm Tyler Pinheiro, joined with Anderson Dalton for another edition of Marshfield Rams Boys Hockey here on Marshfield Community Media. Anderson, we've got a really interesting one coming into today. An opponent from very far away in northern Massachusetts, Natick, has made their way down to the South Shore to take on the Rams.
Absolutely, Tyler. I think we're in for a good one here. Natick coming into today is 1-5-1 on the young season, but I think their record is not really indicative of the team that they are. You look at their schedule, what teams they're playing, you see right off the bat Pope Francis to open their season. They lose only 3-2. You know, you fast forward a few games, they're playing Framingham. It's a 3-2 game with an empty netter that makes it 4-2. They're playing really tough teams early in the season, and a 1-5-1 record is going to be a battle. A 1-5-1 record team is definitely going to be a battle for the Rams here tonight.
Absolutely. It looks like Natick's season has been a little bit of a roller coaster so far. Like, you have a game against Pope Francis where you only lose by 1 goal, but then their last game, they lost in a 6-0 fashion to Weymouth. So it's a team that's a bit all over the place, but nonetheless, I think this will be a good test for Marshfield.
Absolutely. Again, you're looking at Natick. They've only scored 8 goals so far this season. So, you know, that'll be definitely an area that the Rams look to focus on, is trying to shut down their offense, keeping them to the outside of the ice while they're in the O-zone. So I'm excited to see what the Rams have game planned for the Red Hawks tonight.
And speaking of the Rams, do you have any key Rams in particular you're looking for do anything tonight?
Definitely I look to the 2 forward captains, Ben Berrien and Brendan McLaughlin. McLaughlin coming in 13 points in 7 games, just producing at an unreal rate right now. And then you go to a guy like Ben Berrien, 9 points, I believe, in 7 games. He's a big guy, likes to throw his weight around. He's a lot of fun to watch. On the back end, Brendan Kajuk missed a little bit of time early in the season. He's back. He's looking to step up his game, start producing more. He's got that fire lit under him right now. And then Sal Camera and net coming off a 6-0 shutout win over Pembroke. He's going to look to ride that momentum that he built himself into tonight's game.
Can't agree with you more. One other guy I think we haven't seen a huge game from him yet, but I think he's definitely due, is Caden Altabello. He's a young player, but we know he's got a lot of firepower in that stick, and I think tonight could be the night we finally see him start to come alive.
Absolutely. I believe only 3 points for Caden Altabello. He came off a great season last year, a little bit of a slower start for him, but you can expect that sometimes. He's still a really young guy. He's got a lot of time to start producing in this young season, so I'm excited to see what he does the rest of the way.
And as you can hear from behind us, the boys are getting ready to come out onto the ice. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back for puck drop here in the Bog at 7:20 here on Marshfield Community Media. We'll be right back.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting,
Road to Responsibility.
In the Bog in Kingston for puck drop. And Natick's going to come out with it fast. They're going to get it down behind Sal Camera. Now Kajuk's going to come up with it. Marshfield going to try and set up an offense. I'm Tyler Pinheiro, joined with Anderson Dalton. This should be a good one, Anderson.
We're in for a treat here, Tyler, as the Rams come out with their first line. Try to get a fast-paced start here. See if they can catch Natick sleeping a little bit, coming off the bus after a long ride.
Here goes Altabello trying to get up the left side. Flips it up. Here comes Brody Jordan. Gets past. Mid-zone shot goes up. Shot is saved right there by the goalie. That is senior Brody Whalen. So Whalen 1 for 1 so far on the saves here, Anderson.
I believe that's Malcolm.
Oh, that is Malcolm. Oh, I must need new contacts. I thought that was a 1.
That's all right.
So excuse me.
Good glove stop there.
That's Brower Malcolm, another senior goalie. So 2 senior goalies. They might be running a Bruins scheme here.
Yeah.
So now face off to the right of Malcolm.
Biviano on the face-off.
Biviano wins it. Marshfield sends it back into Natick zone behind the net. McLaughlin's going to chase after it. Can't get it. Now Natick just trying to go up the floor. Number 7's name is not on my roster. So my apologies. But puck's going to stop there. Just gets scooped up by Sal Camera.
Maybe a number change, or they called him up.
So interesting so far here, Anderson. There hasn't been a lot of action from either team, just about 1 shot each. What are you looking for either team to do here to get some more offensive action going?
Yeah, early in the game like this, you're not going to see a lot of shots. Teams just trying to get their legs under them, start to feel out what the game's going to be like here in the next couple minutes.
There's 50 in. Gets that one poked away by Bracken. Going to get sent to the opposite side. Puck is loose, gets poked out there, but puck's still loose. Coming up along the wall, there's some checking going on down there. Some Rams in the mix. Now Teddy Holt's going to chase after it, but this one's going to get scooped up by Will Fair. Another captain here for Natick. Fair just trying to get past the neutral zone and just flings it down into the Marshfield zone behind Camera. Camera's just going to poke that one out for Jackson O'Neill. O'Neill gets it up. Now Marshfield is going to run. Here comes Keedy. Keedy almost turns that one over, but he's able to keep it in play. Puck still loose. Now coming in, Marshfield trying to get it.
Susie. It's offsides. Yep.
And the ref is going to whistle the offside. It's good shout there, Anderson. So a lot of sloppiness so far in this game. We haven't seen a lot of good puck movement. It's just a lot of poking loose, puck staying in the neutral.
Absolutely. Back and forth. I think that's going to be a lot of tonight's game. Not a lot of shots. Big defensive day for both teams.
Keedy's able to come away with the win right there on the faceoff. Now this one's going to get poked back out for Natick. Still coming up with it. Now here's Giovanelli. Giovanelli puts it inside to the middle. No one was home. Shot goes up there, but that was Giannetti. Giannetti can't put it home. Now Keedy fighting for it. Keedy is able to come up with the puck. Puck's still loose.
Susie.
Taken there by Susie. Susie tries to get it on the rebound. Can't put that one in. Now Natick's going to be on the run. Zahorki can't hold on to that one. Marshall inside. Tries to go to Susie again. Back door. Just can't put that one in off the front doorstep. Now this one's going to get fired into South Camera zone, and he's going to call for icing here.
Couple good chances there for Marshfield. Early into the game. Jonathan Susie right in the high slot. Rips a puck. Good save from the goalie. And another chance for Susie out in front off a tip. Couldn't bury, but the Rams will keep the puck in the O-zone for a faceoff. Senior captain Ben Berrien skates in to take it.
You said before the game, Berrien's a very physical guy. Unable to win the faceoff right there as DeLuca wins that one. Now Natick trying to get something going. Going to get bounced around. Now here comes Dempsey. Dempsey sends that one around the wall to his teammate. This is Flynn.
Good step from Sullivan.
Now here comes Natick just trying to get something going, and they fling it into the zone. Camera is going to call for icing again. So Anderson, Natick not really able to do anything on the offensive end, but their defense has done a stellar job of holding Marshfield and preventing them from a lot of scoring opportunities.
Absolutely. A little scrambled in the neutral zone for Natick. They keep just dumping the puck down, creating icing, and the Rams will take that all day long. They keep the puck in the O-zone.
So DeLuca wins the faceoff. Now here comes Chase. Chase gets it in the middle. This is Homer. Homer can't handle that one. This one's going to get taken by Brody Jordan. Now over to Berrien. Berrien trying to get some action going. Pulls back. Gets that one over to Sullivan. Sullivan avoids the check. Now this one's going to end up behind the net, back in the possession of Berrien. Berrien up top to Kajuk. Kajuk fires from inside the blue line, can't connect right there off the pad of the goalie. Now goes right back to Kajuk on the turnover. Now here comes Berrien. Berrien tries to just flip that one into the middle. No one's home. Altabello's going to fight for it, but now possession's going to end up with Homer, but he gets stripped by Berrien. Berrien just slings that one in, and Marshfield's going to have a line change come in. Now here comes Natick trying to get something going here. That one taken right away by Marshfield. That was Giovanello. McLaughlin fighting for it on the back end now. McLaughlin going to end up with the puck. McLaughlin drops that one behind him to Merrick. Merrick inside that one hits the back of the net. Now here comes McLaughlin chasing it. McLaughlin gets checked into the wall. Back out. Shot goes in. That one almost gets collected, but that one's just mishandled. Merrick tries to fire that one from the point.
Tip.
Can't connect. Tries to go in for the rebound. Giovanello can't hit it. Now puck.
Goalie's got no stick.
Now finally in the possession of Natick. Here comes McDonald. McDonald finally has an opportunity. Shoots. That one gets off the body of Merrick, I believe. Now puck flies along to our side wall. Puck still just being fought for here. Now that one's going to go back into the neutral zone. Now picked up here by Rawl. Rawl trying to get it up to one of his captains. That was McDonald. Now on the chase is going to be Fithian. Some subs coming in for both teams after that. Fight over by the Marshfield bench. Now puck's going to be loose for Natick. This one's going to end up back in the hands of Fithian. Fithian gets that one up. Now ends up back in Marshfield zone. But that one taken away greatly right there.
Merrick, good move. Good hold from Petrie at the point.
Off the back dish. Nice shot from Petrie nonetheless.
Oh.
Petrie gets it back. Feeds it inside.
Oh, Susie with another chance.
Right off the post. Anderson, they can just feel a goal coming. They're just getting so many chances. Because now here's Camera going to call for another icing.
Yeah, a lot of Marshfield here early in the first. They've really dominated in the O zone and in the neutral zone, creating a lot of chances, a lot of shots on net. Marshfield will look to keep that up as the game progresses.
Absolutely. So now, Marshfield, this is your third face-off of the period. What are you trying to do right now if you're Coach Conley and the team to try to get a good shot on net?
Maintain possession right there. Get it to the point. Try to set something up. O'Neal gets that one blocked. We'll dump back in.
Now here comes Natick trying to make something happen. That's Brown. Brown ends up on the ice. Oh, that wasn't Brown. Excuse me. That was Dempsey. Now Marshfield going to regain possession. Trying to go up the ice. That one's going to get fired behind Camera. Camera behind the net right now, but now he jumps back. Marshfield and Natick just fighting for the puck right now.
Yeah.
This one's going to end up behind the net. Camera just on all fours right now, waiting for the shot. Now Camera is going to cover that one up, so we're going to get a face-off to the left of South Camera.
Yeah, fourth line shift there for the Rams. I like it early in the game, trying to get all four lines into the game early. Try to get Natick a little off so you can get the matchup that you want, whether it be the first with the second line or your first with their third line. It just kind of throws in a loop for the other coaches.
Yeah, one thing we definitely know about this Marshfield team is they do indeed have a lot of depth and can play all four lines throughout the entire game. Now here's Altabello. Looks like first line has come back in. Altabello regains it. Now tries to get it up to Berrien. Berrien can't handle that one, so Altabello says, I'll do it myself.
Oh, good move.
Nice, makes a nice move right there. Shoots. Goalie can't handle that one. Puck loose, and he's able to cover it. Great second chance effort there by Malcolm. That could have been really bad if you're Natick.
Absolutely. One thing I've noticed, a lot of rebounds off the pads in the body of Malcolm, so Coach Conley will see that, and in between periods or even in between shifts for the Rams, he'll make the adjustment, tell guys to really be crashing down on the net, get to the crease, pick up those loose pucks, because that's how you're going to beat Natick.
Especially in closing in on 400 wins, you'll definitely notice little things like that. Coach Conley at 398 currently, as that one's going to fly high but stay in play on the ice. As Kajuk's unable to handle that one. Now Natick has a golden opportunity. Sets him up perfectly, but he's not able to connect there. Now back up top. Shot goes up. That was Chase. Now puck is going to fly back into the Marshfield zone.
Ben Berrien with a great block there.
Berrien chased it, tried to get his own block. Now ends up back in the neutral zone, and Flynn just going to fire that one along the back wall. Kajuk's going to collect, get it up. That one is intercepted by Natick. Just a soft shot right there. Now Marshfield trying to get possession back, try to fling that one up into the neutral zone, but Natick is going to collect it. at the middle of the ice. Now Kajuk, golden opportunity, snatches that one. Now here's Sullivan. Sullivan trying to make something happen. Gets it up to Teddy Holt. Teddy Holt passes inside of McLaughlin. They're going to ring him offsides. McLaughlin visibly frustrated with that one, Anderson.
That was close. I thought he held the back leg, but we'll have to go back and look at that one. Big chance for the Rams there. Shut down, offsides.
That's one of those opportunities you dream of right there.
Absolutely.
Getting it taken away, that can't feel good if you're out there on the ice right now. Face off won by Biviano. That one's going to go back into the Marshfield zone. Here comes 50 in just trying to get it out of there. Natick doing a good job fighting for this one. Now McLaughlin's going to end up with it. Does a little between the legs pass to get it out to one of his defensemen. Now this one in the hands of Holt, I believe. Oh, now it's going to end up behind the net. Now here's 50 in. 50 in gets this one up to Holt. Holt thought he had daylight ahead. Now Natick gains possession back.
Delayed offsides there for Natick.
So one offside called for Marshfield. Natick gets one right back, and now we have another line change here for the Rams.
Yeah, Natick seems to pick up their play a little bit here, kind of waking up a little bit, realizing that they're in for a good game here early in the first.
Some of the third lines in for Marshfield right now with two first-line defenders in Kajuk and Sullivan. Now here comes Keedy up the ice. Keedy trying to get an opportunity. Great play right there by Rawl to prevent what would have been a one-on-one. Petrie goes for the check, but he just gets laid out, and now puck is going to end up on the left side. Kajuk has it. We know he can shoot, and that one is just snatched out of the air by Malcolm.
Malcolm seems to have a pretty good glove from what I've seen so far. So, another adjustment, try to shoot blocker side. Try to beat him on that short side because must be a baseball player or something.
Definitely.
Glove looks pretty good so far.
Definitely guessing he would have been a catcher. And if you're Natick, you kind of just call a sigh of relief right there because you know Kajuk can shoot it from the point.
Absolutely.
Kajuk tries to save that one. Now that one's going to end up back into the Marshfield zone. Sullivan's going to chase that one down, though. That one's going to end up behind the net. Some Natick players can't make a play, and that one just gets set up into the middle. Beautiful shot right there and set up by Natick. I believe that was Raw on the goal right there.
16.
Yes, that was.
Raw, yes.
That was the sophomore Kyle Raw, defenseman. So defenseman getting an early goal out here.
Good play there from the Redmen. Rams just can't get the puck out. Gets caught along the board. Dumped back in below the net. Both Rams D kind of sag below the goal line. It leaves guys open in the slot. And the Redmen are able to pick that up, pass it right in front. Wide open for a shot. Not much Sal Cameron can do there.
Definitely a defensive breakdown for the Rams in total, and that's something that happens when Marshfield's had a lot of good chances to score and haven't converted. So they were bound to bite it eventually. Now here comes DeLuca up the ice, loses the puck. Good defense right there from O'Neill. Now we're going to end up back in the middle. Shots up. Camera deflects it, and he just covers up that one. So very dangerous play right there. That could have very easily been 2-0 on the shot from Dempsey.
Almost the exact same play there from Natick. The puck slides out through the crease, just no one home, luckily for the Rams.
Now face-off going to come to Camera's right. Biviano is going to be in there for the face-off for the Rams. Biviano unable to win it, but Teddy Holt almost gets possession. Now puck's going to fly into the neutral zone. Now Natick's just going to take this one over, trying to get it up the sideline. Look for Homer right there. Couldn't get it to him. Now puck flying around. Marshall almost makes a play on it right there. Now try to center that one to Biviano. He's unable to come up with it. Now Biviano just sends that one along the back wall to reset the offense. Puck gets stopped by Malcolm, but Malcolm out of the net. Marshfield unable to get a possession. Now Biviano is going to go chase this one down. Tries to flick that one along the back wall. Does it very slowly. Biviano getting into it over there with Homer. Great
forecheck from McLaughlin.
Great forecheck from McLaughlin. Now, golden opportunity for Merrick. Merrick just misses that one. 50 and trying to reset his offense as McLaughlin just sends a soft shot down over to Malcolm. Malcolm sets this one up for his team. Trying to go make a play now as that one just fires all the way to the end. Camera calls for the icing and is going to get the call.
Rams will look to respond here as Natick sneaks one in. Be interesting to see how they do that. Out there with the third line right now.
And all I can think of is how much do you think that offside call from McLaughlin kind of affected the Rams? Because that would have been a golden opportunity to score. Now they look like they've been a little shaken up ever since.
Absolutely, but that's one of those things you can't really control it. can't control what the refs are seeing or what they call, so you just kind of got to forget about it, move on to the next play.
Puck flying around now. Sullivan's going to dig into the corner to try and get this one. That one's up, and that one's a turnover there by Aries. Now, that one's getting chased down by Susie. Susie putting great pressure on the puck. Now, here comes Keedy. Natick just going to try and get this one into the zone, and they do. Now, here comes Moriarty. Great defense right there from Kajuk, and Kajuk's able to force the turnover. Because that one almost hits the ceiling of the rink. And now Aries is going to have to reset. Good pressure there from Susie. He's almost able to set up. Now, here comes Berrien with the puck from the left wing. Out to Kajuk. Kajuk over to Sullivan. Sullivan looking for an opportunity. Can't put enough firepower on that one. That one's going to end up a little short. Now that one's going to go all the way down to the Marshfield zone, and Camera going to call for another icing. So Marshfield's got a lot of icing calls so far and a lot of face-off opportunities. They just haven't been able to convert, Anderson. What's something the Rams should look to change on these face-offs so they can get some better shots on net?
Well, we'll see if they start to incorporate some of their set plays. Coach Conley, obviously a very smart coach, knows what he's doing. We'll see if he looks to try to create some offense that way.
Berrien in on the face-off. Looked like he tried to just put that one in front of him so he could have a shot. Good defense right there from O'Neal. O'Neal disrupting the play, and that rebound could have been very dangerous, but good defense there by Marshfield to prevent it. Now here comes Altabello. Sends that one up the ice. That one taken by Holt. No, that's not Holt. That's Brody Jordan, and he gets it. Beautiful pass to Berrien. Berrien unable to handle it. Couldn't get a shot off right there. Now puck is going to go back into the Natick zone as McDonald not able to get that one out, but now they swing it across the ice. This is Clark. Clark drops it in, and that one goes off of Camera's pad. Good rebound attempt right there for Natick, just no one home. Shot goes in, ends up behind the net. Now here comes Altabello. Altabello tried to fling that one up to Brody Jordan. That one ended up staying along the side. Now back to Fair. Gets it over to Rawl. Rawl has the only goal in this game so far as he gets checked by Berrien. Now here comes McLaughlin. McLaughlin going up the right side. The lefty tries to set it up for Holt. Puck's loose in front of the net, but that one's going to get covered up there by Malcolm. So Marshall doing a really good job on some of these plays, Anderson, in the 2-on-1s, getting good looks, but Malcolm's just been ready for all of it.
Absolutely. It's hard when you get in tight on the goalie, not a lot of space to beat him. He's able to just drop down to the butterfly, make a few easy stops. But like you said, Marshfield's been working it well down low, being able to find guys in the crease. That's right here a great chance for Holt.
Looks like they're going to say, they're going to call it dead right there. Looked like the net came loose a little bit.
I think it was that and coverage or stoppage by the goalie. Goalie froze the puck. But a good play there is you see McLaughlin just kind of pushed right through on the faceoff, tried to find Holt back door, and they won another faceoff here. Fithian strips a shot.
Malcolm.
Save.
Malcolm just locked in right now, just not letting anything get by him. And on that last faceoff, it looked like McLaughlin was able to pull off what Berrien was trying to do on the last faceoff from the right side. Now here comes Giovanello in for the faceoff. He's able to win it. Get that one back to Fithian. Over to Holt. That one loose in front of the net. Holt unable to handle it. Now this one, Brown coming up the ice. Trying to get any sort of offense going. That one almost goes off the ceiling. Now here's Fithian. Just trying to get that one out from behind the net. Gets it out to Holt. Dangerous pass. Almost intercepted, but now puck is just loose. Whistle's going to blow.
Don't know what we have here. Maybe a high stick, I believe. Offside. Offside, I guess.
Like ref's going to signal offside, so going to get a face-off in the neutral zone. Looks like this one's going to be taken by Keedy and the other Malcolm, Brennan Malcolm. Here comes Petrie. Dumps it off to Susie. Susie fires a shot. That one's no good. That one hits off the wall, though. We're still in play. Petrie able to recollect that one. Gets it over to Kajuk. Now just falling back into the Marshfield end. Camera going to call for the icing and get it yet again. So Camera hasn't been challenged a lot in this game so far, Anderson. But I'd say there's been about 5 shots on, and he's already let one of them in. Not totally his fault. Some of it was a defensive collapse, but I mean, Marshfield as a whole hasn't looked like themselves lately.
Absolutely. I mean, like you said, just kind of a D-zone breakdown. Not much Sal could do there, but I thought he's looked pretty good here early in this one, as there's just under 2 minutes to play.
Swarmed by Keedy and Petrie, and Keedy's able to come up with it. Gets it out to Kajuk at the point. Kajuk fires a shot. That one's going to go off the body. That was a Hornicky. Now Zahornicki, the captain, can have a one-on-one and sends it right at Sal Camera's jersey.
Kajuk gets caught up in his own feet, falls, lands right on the stick. He's able to walk in. Doesn't get the best shot off, but it's shot on goal. Shot on goal is always good. So
we saw Kajuk make one of those against Pembroke last game, so it's definitely a shot that he's confident in taking. Comes a face-off. Face-off won by Natick. Marshfield trying to collect this one in the back corner. Now, that one's up to Altabello. Altabello might have a one-on-one, look more like a one-on-three. Dumps it behind him. Puck goes inside, shots up for Barron. Barron can't connect that one. Barron tries to get out to Jordan, but Natick is able to hold again. So this Natick defense has been nothing short of incredible. But now here's Jordan with the puck. Jordan eats a hit. Now here comes Natick. Shots up. Shot just goes off the body of O'Neill. Now puck's going to end up back in the possession of Marshfield. Here goes senior captain Ben Barron. Up the ice, up the right side. Shoots. That one goes off the pad of Malcolm. Barron just going to go get his own miss. Puck's loose. Natick is able to come up with it. Just send it over to the right side.
Oh.
Natick parents wanted a hand pass right there. Didn't get it.
Man.
Here comes Holt. Natick going to attack. Here comes McDonald. McDonald just moving it up the sideline. Goes a little too far right there. Merrick's going to try and get it. Now here's Petrie. Sends it. Almost gets it. Marshall just playing a little back and forth there as McLaughlin just sends it over to the other side of the ice, trying to hit Holt. Now here comes Giovanello up the right side. Nothing opening up yet. Puck going to go back out to Fithian. Fithian just going to reset the offense here, get it over to Holt. And Holt's going to turn that one over, but gets it right back. Now Natick going to try and set up and get something going. This is fair. Now coming inside. Shot goes up. Puck behind the net right now. Natick trying to make something happen. There's the dump down inside. We got a broken stick just loose on the ice right now. So just make sure you watch your feet while you're skating.
McLaughlin stick off a shot. Right in half. There goes $500 down the drain.
Hope he had a warranty on that.
Yeah.
Puck just flying all over the place right now. No team really has possession. Now here's 50 in behind the net. Tries to get it to Sullivan. Puck just unable to get cleared out by either team right now. Petrie trying to make something happen right there.
Off into the bench, and that'll do it.
Yeah, puck's going to end up in the Natick bench, and that's going to do it for the first period. So, Anderson, what'd you like and what'd you dislike from both sides in that first period?
Yeah, I thought Marshfield had a really good first half of the first period there. They kind of controlled the game. They were in the offensive zone a lot, trying to set up. Like I said, they kept getting shots on goal, just not high quality. And then on the back end for Marshfield, I thought they had really good gaps. They were controlling the neutral zone, at least early in the first period. Unfortunately, just a little breakdown on one play, and Natick's able to capitalize. I think Natick's going to really have to focus in on that, capitalizing on Marshfield's mistakes as the game goes on. Marshfield's just going to get tighter and tighter because, you know, Coach Conley's in that locker room right now telling them that they really have to tighten up themselves. So Natick will look to build off their one-goal lead, and Marshfield obviously looking to respond.
Yeah, I think that's definitely one of those periods where you can definitely say, like, Natick didn't win the period. Marshfield just lost the period.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they had a plethora of opportunities to score. They just weren't able to connect on any of them. But as the game progresses, you have to assume that some of those opportunities are going to connect. So Natick's going to have to do a good job of limiting those chances from Marshfield and keeping the puck in their zone.
Definitely. I thought Jonathan Susi played a really good period. He had a lot of high opportunity chances, getting pucks on net. That third line I thought was playing pretty well. Petrie, Susi, and Keedy. Excuse me. But yeah, I think that's a good matchup down there on the third line for Conley. We'll see what he does there.
Well, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here for the second period of action here on Marshfield Community Media.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting,
Road to Responsibility.
We're back from the bog. You just heard me and Anderson jamming out to the trumpets playing here. Anderson, it's a great song.
Absolutely.
Wasn't a great period for the Rams, but an unbelievable period for Natick.
Yeah, the Rams will look to bounce back, try to get on the scoreboard, knotted up at one early in the second, and then build off that momentum. If they're able to capitalize, score a goal, Marshfield's, they're a fiery team. They're going to come out. They're going to, do everything they can to get that first goal on the board, and then from there they just start to come easier and easier.
So we saw Natick looked like they were just connected in every sort of way you could have asked for there if you were a Natick fan. Natick doesn't have a big crowd, but they definitely traveled well. The crowd here for Natick, their voice was definitely heard in that first period.
Absolutely, and it's hard to believe, but something like that is so crucial to a team, especially in high school. You seeing your friends, your family in the stands. You want to play for them. You want to kind of put on a show for them. So that I always love seeing family and friends in the stands coming to watch. Me and my buddies play hockey.
One guy that definitely put on a show for the fans in that first period was Brower Malcolm, the goalie here for Natick. He was just absolutely incredible that entire first period.
I couldn't agree more. Good glove side. So, we'll see what the Rams do. Try to get them moving laterally, side to side. See if they can beat him that way, because he looked really good there in the first period.
So face-off is going to be Barian and not Sahorski. That was Wegner. Puck's going to get fired in to the Natick zone. Good fight right there from Ben Barian, using that physicality we talked about in the pregame, trying to get the puck available for his team. But Kajuk fires that one from the point, shots off. Now Sullivan just waited patiently. Stick loss for Altabello. Puck got covered there by Malcolm. Ref's going to let the game keep moving. Good stick work here from Dempsey. Dempsey couldn't get it all the way over to the other side. Now puck's going to go behind the net. Kajuk's going to collect. Tries to just fire that one up the back wall. Now Kajuk ends up with the puck again. Gets it up to Barry, and now does a little back and forth with McLaughlin. McLaughlin shoots. Shots off right there from McLaughlin. Up in the air. No one was able to get it. Now puck's behind the net. Giovanello tried chasing that one. Puck gets taken. Kajuk's going to come up with that one. Excuse me. Puck goes up the left side. Now going to get fired across. That one collected by Sullivan. Now up to Holt. Holt loses the puck. Natick is going to recollect. And Natick trying to just go up the left side. They do have a breakaway opportunity here. Fires that one up the wall. Ref's going to call the ice in right there. So now puck's going to end up back in the Marshfield zone, Anderson. This is going to be a key opportunity if you're Marshfield to try to get at least a shot on net right here, and if not, a goal.
Absolutely. I'm curious to see like what the Natick coach said to his guys, because they ice the puck a lot. And, later in the game, Marshfield's going to do their best to start capitalizing on that. They're getting the puck in the zone pretty much for free. So we'll see if Natick adjusts that all here in the second period.
So we got a mix of third line and second line here for Marshfield. Puck's going to go up. That one gets stopped right there, and puck's just going to get covered. A little too dangerous right there to make a play there, so Malcolm just took the easy way out.
Keedy, Petrie, and Susie line. I thought they looked really good in the first period, and her early in the second, kind of continuing that play as Keedy just pushes through on the faceoff.
Keedy tried to lay a check right there on the back wall. Unable to now. Puck finally gets loose. Shot goes up right there, 450, and that one just missed to the left a little bit. Merrick trying to get something to happen right here. Now here's Keedy. Keedy, shot gets blocked right there. Good defense there from Natick. Now Moriarty's just going to chase the puck with no stick. Now he's on the ground.
Looks like he's playing soccer.
Puck just gets dumped in, back to Marshfield zone. Now Merrick going to try and do something with it, sends it over to Fithian. Fithian gets it up.
Good pass from Petrie there, good breakout.
Keedy's just going to go up the right side, pulls back, tries to put a shot in, tried to sneak that one past the tight corner. Couldn't get anything to go there. Puck bounces up. Now Petrie able to get it again, tries to just bounce that one off the wall. Nothing was able to work right there, but Merrick ready for the sack right there. Merrick fired a shot. That one, not really sure what just happened right there.
So Dion was in the O zone, dumped in, hits him, it's offside, so the faceoff will be in the neutral zone or at center ice.
Unfortunate call for the Rams right there, looking like they're sending out the fourth line here. We got Bossy, Dion, and Brokino, as well as Goodyear, and that's O'Neill in on the defensive side. They'll try set up. Shot right there gets blocked, so Brown unable to do anything right there. Now here comes O'Neill. Tries to get it up the ice, but that one just goes back out to the point. Now that one's behind the net. Marshall just trying to get anything to happen here in the second period. With the attempt right there by Natick to get it back into the zone. Now, one-on-one sequence right here. Volcano almost made a hero play right there. Took it almost the entire distance. Now, this one back. Oh, just barely goes off the pad of Malcolm. Good shot right there from Goodyear. Now I'm just going to get laid on the back wall. Goodyear going to go get it. Doesn't knock it around the other side. Now Marshall trying to make something happen. Can't get it past the Natick zone yet. Now they have an opportunity. Marshall headed into the zone now. That one just gets fired in there by Volcano. Didn't try to go one-on-one again. Natick's trying to get an opportunity. That one just mishandled right there by McDonald. Now here comes Kajuk with a full head of steam and a charged battery. Puck gets dropped in again. So Natick doing a great job of limiting Marshfield breakaways. Now Sullivan trying to set something up here. Tries to get out to Altabello. Altabello gets tripped. We're not going to get a call right there, but Jordan is going to race after that one into the Natick zone. And Jordan able to come up with it. Gets it back out to Sullivan. Sullivan fires that one and he scores! What a snipe from Jonathan Sullivan, and he comes over to the student section to celebrate with all his classmates.
Great play there from the Rams. Puck gets dumped in. They're able to pick it up. I don't know who it was, but a good, I believe Brody Jordan actually, good pass along the wall up to Sullivan. Sullivan takes his time, sees the play well, and just gets an absolute over rip-off. And I don't know if it was tipped, but it looks like just above the blocker side shoulder of Malcolm, and the Rams are able to knot it up here at 1 with 11:06 left to go in the second period.
That was either a great shot from Sullivan or one of those instances where the pass was better than the shot. So nonetheless, great play from Sullivan, and even better play from Jordan to go get the puck to set up the opportunity. Now Sullivan going to get this one back in his own zone. Tries to fire it, gets it in the neutral zone. Berrien trying to poke free. Now Altabello gets it from the check off Berrien. Now this one going to go back into the Marshfield zone. Ref is going to, oh no, the icing gets waved off, excuse me. Kajuk going to have a chance now. Lets it up, little pass Altabello, puck's loose. Now Altabello has it, tries to center it. Holt unable to get that one. Altabello, beautiful feed, just no one was there to collect it. Now here comes Natick, just firing it along the side. Puck just going to fall into the neutral zone, almost in the hands of Bracken. Bracken fighting for it over there on that far wall with Berrien.
Far side.
Now Kajuk's got it. Kajuk is just going to pass that one right over to Bracken. Bracken tries to go through Kajuk's legs. Kajuk knows better than that. Now McLaughlin just sets it to Berrien. Berrien tries to get it one more over. Holt unable to handle that one. Puck just flying around. That one completely mishandled by Brown. Marshfield has an opportunity. Holt can't get that one into Giovanello. Now that one's just going to fly along the back wall. McLaughlin goes chasing after it. Now they're fighting over right by the door. Puck's still loose. Now Natick finally able to come up with it. Almost a mistake into the hands of McLaughlin, but now here goes Bracken up the ice. Bracken trying to make the most of this opportunity right here, but Merrick is able to shut that one down.
Good stick from Merrick there.
Giovanello has it, trying to just avoid the offside, and here
2
goes
on 1.
McLaughlin. McLaughlin has a great opportunity, fires, shot's no good, and Giovanello unable to get the board right there.
Good attempt from McLaughlin there, trying to shoot off the far side pad. It would have been a rebound right on the stick of Giovanello, but a great play there from the senior goalie Malcolm for Natick. Just able to absorb that with his stick and gets it to the corner instead of right into the slot.
Malcolm's been having a steady game all day, as we've been saying coming into this period. Now Marshall, that could have been really scary right there. But nonetheless, here comes Petrie up the left side. Petrie loses possession of the puck. Now it's just going to go back to Merrick. Merrick trying to make something happen. Sends that one across the ice. Susi just unable to handle that one. But now there's Petrie fighting for it along the glass. Now Susi's got it.
Drops
Susi,
for O'Neal.
good dump off there to O'Neal. O'Neal trying to make something happen. Loses control of the puck. Now puck still flying along. Ends up into the possession of Moriarty. That one just gets flung to the back wall. Now Marshfield has a chance to set this one up again. Natick going to take it over. Now here comes Natick trying to make something happen right here. This is Wagner. Wagner, great centering pass to Moriarty. He's just unable to handle it. Now here goes Marshfield. There's Petrie. Petrie tries to fling that one up there.
Giannetti
just unable to keep up with that one. Missed the check right there along the wall as well. That one's going to hurt. O'Neal Mishandles that one. Now just gets it across the ice. Marshall just trying to go. Here's Giannetti.
Oh,
Good shot attempt right there.
Dion, I believe.
As Schendler, ended up in the net. Puck still flying around all over the place. Both teams just trying to make something happen right here. Now this one's going to get all the way back into the Marshfield zone. Sullivan going to go chase it, gets it over to his defenseman, Kajuk. Now that one going to get
Oh,
the
Dion.
back wall, and ref's going to call the icing right there. So Marshfield caught a little break right there. That one could have been bad, but now they're going to get it on their side of the ice with a good opportunity to get the lead.
Totally thought they were calling a penalty on Dion there, but I guess it was just the ice.
Definitely thought it. So I'm curious, what did you see right there that made you think Dion was going to get the penalty call?
I mean, not to incriminate him, but it looked a little late from up here, a little up high to the head area. But, yeah, lucky bounce for the Rams. Good chance there for Natick. Good
Kajuk.
back check from Sullivan and Kajuk there.
Kajuk might have lost the foot race, but he was able to force the miss nonetheless. Now puck's loose. Sullivan going to go try and collect it. He's in a fight right there with Wagner. Puck gets sent along the left side. Now here's Altabello trying to go make a play out of it. That one gets flung across into the possession of Sullivan. Now Marshfield running along the forecheck, trying to get something set up.
Good
And they get it
pass.
out to Kajuk. Kajuk fires from the point. Can't get that one to fall. Berrien tries to tap that one in. Puck's still loose. This one going around the net. Here's Holt trying to make something happen right here. As he gets tripped, no tripping call. Anyway, Merrick puts that one up. That one goes off the back wall. Now Natick trying to make something happen. McDonald lost possession of that one right there. And now a couple bodies end up on the floor. Ref's just going to let them play.
Teddy Holt's going to be going to the box here for a trip, I believe.
So it looks like the ref wasn't going to let them play.
Yeah.
It's going to be a delayed penalty. So first power play of the night. So far on the season, Marshfield has gotten 13 kills on 19 power play attempts from opponents. So their kills been pretty good so far, Anderson. What do you expect to see from them?
This is a big part of the game for the Rams right here. You know, they'll try to stay tight in their D zone, get the puck out as soon as often as they can. Natick, I'm sure, has a pretty good power play based off the way they're playing. So we'll see what the Rams can do here.
That one gets flung across Marshfield. Shorthanded right now. Just need their best defense they can get. That one just snatched out of the air by Camera, and he just waved it off like nothing happened. And now we got a little back and forth there between Merrick and Bracken. I can only assume nice words were just exchanged in front of the net.
Oh, absolutely, you know. Couple, you look good today, you know, stuff like that.
I like your outfit. It's
Yeah,
always a
yeah.
good one.
Nice jerseys,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Barron's able to win that one. Trying to get it to Sullivan. Marshfield still shorthanded for about another minute and a half. Shot goes in. That one goes off the pad of Camera. Good clear attempt right there by Kajuk. Natick doing a good job moving the puck around.
Oh,
Had a good look at the net right there. Here comes Dempsey. Dempsey gets Berrien on his side, but he misses the shot nonetheless. Marshall doing a great job on the kill so far. Puck ended up loose in the possession of Dempsey. Dempsey just trying to make something happen. He can't.
there you go.
And that one's just going to get cleared by Ben Berrien. So great job on the kill for Marshfield.
They'll go for the change.
Killing off that first minute. Now Natick, another chance right here, trying to set up the break. He's going to get swarmed by both McLaughlin and Sullivan, and McLaughlin is just going to send that one back into the Natick zone.
Huge part of the power play there during the penalty kill is the neutral zone. You're trying to, like you see Brent McLaughlin doing there, forechecking. You're only going to send one guy as he comes the other way.
McLaughlin going
And
for the
good
short ball,
shot
he
there.
can't.
Oh,
And Anderson, it looked like a stick got thrown onto the ice. From
yeah,
the
I
Natick
don't
bench.
know. I got a little distracted there.
Yeah. Not sure what that was about, but Marshfield nonetheless, 30 seconds left on this kill. The whole team's done a great job so far. Now puck's going to end up behind the net. That one's loose. McLaughlin's going to come up with it. Had no supporting cast with them to get a shot off. So within 20 seconds left of this power play, Natick yet to do anything. But they have one more chance right here for the power play shot. And Camera snatches that one out of the air.
Great play from Sal there.
Looking like an outfielder just robbing a home run right there. That one looked easy for him.
And that'll do it. Rams able to kill off a penalty by Teddy Holt. Back to even strength. Rams will try to build some momentum off that and go score another goal here.
Definitely got to be a confidence booster for sure. As that one That puck got hit about 90 miles per hour. Now Natick finally going to end up back with it. Marshfield back at full strength. It's going to be a foot race. Merrick looking like, Merrick is able to somehow win it, but he takes his Natick defender to the ground with him. It looks like they're still fighting over there.
Yeah, he's holding him down.
Looks like Merrick's taking some lessons from Mr. Pamela, as that one's going to finally hit the net. So it looked like that was Merrick and Moriarty fighting along the wall right there. And now more barks coming from both teams right now. This one's definitely going to getting to be a chippy battle.
You love to see it. I mean, it's just part of the game, going back and forth. High tensions. You know, this is a big game. We've got the Ed Burns tournament right around the corner. Ed Burns is an in-season tournament between only public schools, so it completely eliminates the privates. It's a great tournament, and all these public versus public games are huge for that tournament, as there's an upper and lower bracket. It's right around the corner, so every game, every goal really counts here.
Marshfield's had a lot of success in the Ed Burns tournament in recent memory. Looking to do the same, but first you got to get past Natick. Here comes Marshfield. Here goes Keedy. Keedy up the left side, tries to get it in.
Whoa.
Great play right there by Natick to shut that one down. Looked like that was Kajuk going for the goal. Whistle's going to blow. Think they're going to call Keedy for the penalty right here, Anderson.
Yeah, I think they're going to get him for a hold here. Keedy thought he was being held, so he kind of wrapped around, and they both went down. I think they could have let it go, but I see the call for the refs. Coach Conley not very happy. So the Rams will have to kill another one here.
Looked like he had Kajuk pleading his case with them right there. Definitely an unfortunate call there from Matt Keedy. But Marshall, we just saw a great 2-minute penalty kill. Looking like they're going to have to do it again. Almost gets off to a good start right there, but Natick's able to hold possession. Puck getting swung around to the right side. Drops this one into Homer. Out to Raw has the goal here for Natick. Taken by Dempsey. Dempsey doing some dance moves and gets that one along the back wall over to Sahornicki.
Good stick.
Backhand pass, unable to work, and that one's able to get dropped in for the clear. So Marshfield's going to be able to get a new line out there. Still got about a minute and a half to go on this penalty. Dempsey doing a great job maneuvering through the Marshfield zone. Now, Camera, great job following the puck, and Marshfield's able to get it and now clear it out. So Marshfield's defense 2 for 2 so far on Natick breakaway attempts, getting 2 clears. Comes Natick for a third chance. Holt trying to stay with him. Here goes Merrick. Merrick, always a threat when he's near.
Oh my God.
Check you. And Barrion just smacked that one against the back wall. Now going to end up into the hands of Natick again. Ball gets it into the center to Dempsey. Dempsey trying to find something. Can't find a hole in the defense right there. Camera knocks that one off his left pad. Now back out. Dempsey again at the point. Swings it across the ice. Back over to Dempsey up top. Shoots.
Great heat. Good job, Ben.
By Barrion. And Holt tried to clear that one out, but that one got taken by Dempsey. Now Dempsey able to keep the possession alive, but Marshfield still able to burn off some more time right there as we're within 30 seconds left on this penalty. McLaughlin going to make some pressure there in the Natick zone. Now Natick back in the neutral zone trying to get it into Marshfield territory. And they do. Gets an opening. Shots up. Rebound. Great defense right there from Teddy Holt to prevent Bracken from getting any rebound attempt. Now McLaughlin has a chance for 5 more seconds before the penalty's over. And McLaughlin clears it. And now Keedy's going to be released from the box.
Another good kill there from the Rams. And again, trying to build momentum off of that. Sometimes it can be hard to do. You know, Natick just in the zone a lot there. Sometimes they get the momentum coming off the power play. Keedy.
Great stoppage of momentum right there by Keedy. One of the more skilled players on this Marshfield team. Now under 2 minutes to play here in the second period. Merrick gets it, but he loses it. That one just gets dropped into the Marshfield zone. Camera tries coming out of the net to stop it, but he's unable to. Now Keedy just trying to make anything happen right now. Look like that one might have gone off the ref. Puck just getting fought for along the near side wall. Now that one, Keedy tried to backhand that one into the Natick zone, and he does. Now that one's just going to end up on.
Good hold. Solid.
Many man call Sullivan going in, just loses control of the puck when he tried to get the shot attempt off. But great pressure right there from Brendan McLaughlin. Not Brendan McLaughlin, excuse me. That was Susi. My eyes are failing me. So that one gets dropped in the Marshfield zone. Camera is just going to lay that one out. for Ben Berrien. Ben Berrien gets it up to Kajuk. Kajuk looking up the ice, doesn't see anybody. Maybe go across the ice, and he does to Susi. Susi just unable to handle it. Susi hasn't been reliable on those cross-ice passes today. He's definitely bobbled a lot of them.
Yeah, they're going to call the ice there on the Rams. I thought Susi got a stick on it inside the red there, so I don't know if I agree with that one, but face-off will be inside for the Rams. As there's only 50 seconds left here in the second period. Rams with 2 good kills and a goal are able to tie the game up at ones.
Absolutely. Marshall, you just go from having probably one of your best chances to score to get the lead in the period, and now you're back in your own zone defending the net. Face-off, still waiting for a winner. Marshall looks like they're coming up with it. Now Altabello has it. Altabello just trying to get some separation. Fight along the wall. Still no one with possession. Puck's loose. Sullivan hits the deck. Now Natick finally able to come up with the puck. Looking like they're just killing off a lot of time here in the second period. Now Berrien can try to make something happen. Tries to flick it up off the wall to himself. As he's able to do, gets a good check right there along the wall. Now Marshall going behind the net. Try to get it out to Kajuk. Kajuk fired from the point, but shots off. Sullivan just going to lay back, trying to play defense here for these last 15 seconds. As Berrien just drills him into the Marshfield bench. Good check there from Ben Berrien over there on Grady Flynn. Now here comes Sullivan. Sullivan looking across the ice. Tries to put it up. It almost sniped the top right corner. Berrien just tries to fire it in. That one goes off the pad of Malcolm. And that's going to do it here for the second period, Anderson.
A good period overall. I thought the Rams played really well, much better than they did in the first. They're able to get the goal to not tie it up at 1. 2 great kills. I thought they looked really good on the penalty kill. You know, Coach Conley puts a big emphasis on special teams. So I wouldn't expect anything less from Dan Conley's Rams. But overall, a good period on both sides. And we're in for a doozy of a third here.
Absolutely. Marshall definitely looked like they stepped up a lot in that period off of what was an amazing goal from Jonathan Sullivan. One of the better shots I've seen from that far out. Natick definitely looked a lot slower in that period, but their guy has been still really consistent for them the whole game. Bauer Malcolm, the goalie. I mean, what have you liked from him in these first 2?
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing a great job. You know, just a big body in net, able to absorb pucks, kind of eliminate rebounds in front. I thought he was much better in the second than he was in the first when it comes to the rebound control. He's able to get pucks into the corner instead of just kind of letting them sit out in front of the top of the crease. I thought he's looked really good overall.
Camera also had a great period, was able to not allow any goals that time. Look at Camera was more controlled too, like you were just saying about Malcolm. What do you expect to see from Camera coming out in this third period?
Yeah, I know. I played with Sal a lot growing up, and I feel like as the game progresses, he just gets more and more focused. So, you know, you get into the second and third period, it becomes really hard to beat a guy like Sal Camera. And that's what I love about his game is, like, he can just turn it on and stay so focused as the game progresses. And as opposed to, you know, kind of losing that focus and letting in a lazy goal or 2.
Absolutely. So there's a lot to look forward to in this final period. That is for sure. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right here live on Marshfield Community Media for third period coverage. Between Marshfield and Natick. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
MCM coverage of MHS Sports is proudly presented by Repel Pest Solutions,
Biviano General Contracting,
Road to Responsibility.
Welcome back to the Bog here in Kingston, Massachusetts. I'm Tyler Pinheiro, joined by the lovely Anderson Dalton. Anderson, so good to have you here tonight.
It's awesome to be here with you, Tyler. We're in for an absolute treat of a third period, 1-1 between Marshfield and Natick here at the Bog in Kingston.
It's definitely one of those games that you're not used to seeing out of Marshfield this season. They've had a lot of high-scoring games so far. You never really see them in a game where they only have one goal.
Absolutely. Marshfield, I believe 27 goals for this season. You know, they're used to putting in, 5 to 6 goals a game. This, like you said, definitely not the case tonight as they're knotted up at ones as they start to come out here for the third period. They're really going to have to focus in on the details, do all the small things right, win all the puck battles if they want to win this game. I think it's going to be really tight. Back and forth, it's not going to be a multi-score game, 2-1, 3-2, something like that.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Now, boys are coming back to the ice. You got anyone in particular you think needs to step up big time in this third period?
Off the top of the head, The first line, I think they really have been clicking all season. They've kind of been shut down a little bit today. They're still producing very well, but I think if they really kind of step up their game, bring that energy, they're able to throw their weight around. It's a big line. They'll be able to do some damage to Natick.
And on the other side, they're yet to come back out onto the ice yet, but Natick, they've been keeping up with Marshfield really well despite their struggles so far this season. Is there anyone on Natick other than Malcolm, because Malcolm's just been simply incredible, that you've liked to see maybe on the offensive or the defensive end?
Yeah, I think their forwards have all looked pretty good. They're a little bit on the smaller side. They got some size, but they're fast, they're skilled, they're shifty with the puck. I've really liked what the forwards have done on the D end. I think that's where Marshfield's going to be able to beat them. Their D are a little step slow sometimes, not the best gaps. If Marshfield's able to just get the puck in and make their D kind of sag back, they'll be able to attack the net better. So I think if Natick really wants to step up their game on the back end, they'll be looking to have better gaps, better blue line control, better play in the neutral zone, and that'll be their key to coming out on top.
One thing I've noticed about Natick is got a lot of guys on this roster, but it seems like they only play about 2 lines worth of people.
Yeah, 2-3 lines. That's something that their coach definitely does intentionally, trying to get, like I was talking about earlier, the right matchups out there. Just because, Marshfield always a pretty skilled team, and you start to get down into the 3rd, 4th lines on some of the lower ranked teams. They're not as skilled. They can't skate with the guys on Marshfield. And, I'm not saying that that's the case with this Natick team, as, it's a 1-1 game. They're playing them really well. But, sometimes you're a little weaker on the back end, so they only mix in 2-3 lines, spot a 4th.
Now, looking like we're getting ready to start this 3rd period, and if it's going to be anything like the first 2, we're definitely in for a treat. We're glad to have you here on Marshfield Community Media. As the faceoff's won by Marshfield. Altabilla tries to tip it into his zone. Puck gets sent back the other direction. Now puck a little loose around the area right now. But Sullivan's going to come up with it. Sullivan has Marshfield's only goal so far. He goes inside, tries to get a shot up. Shot goes up, Altabilla. Shot's no good. And ends up behind the net. Now Jordan.
Good early chance there for the Rams. Sullivan kind of going end to end. Like you said, lone goal scorer for the Rams. Good chance out in front. I believe Altabella kind of crashed in the back post, couldn't bury. There's a lot of bodies out in front of the net.
That just looked like a frustration hit from Jordan. Sent that one almost to the scorer's table right there.
Yeah.
Could have done some serious damage.
Beware of flying pucks.
Now faceoff's going to come into Marshfield's end. McLaughlin tried to sneak it through his legs like he did earlier. Biviano stops that one with his skates. But now Zahorki trying to get something to go inside. Just gets it along the back wall. He tries to keep up with it, but he's going to meet 50 in right there behind the net. But Zahorki stays with it. Looked like Chase was calling for that one in the center. Would have had a good look. But now here comes Brendan McLaughlin. Doesn't get the offside this time. Tries to shoot. Oh! But Holcomb was at the back door. There were so many opportunities right there, but somehow Malcolm was able to not let any of them go in. Brutal missed opportunity for the Rams right there, Anderson.
Teddy Holt all alone backdoor with pretty much a wide open net. Sometimes that's just the way the puck bounces. Not able to capitalize there, and that'll be one that the Rams definitely look back at after this game.
Sometimes the opportunity can just be too good, I guess.
I guess so.
Now Marshfield just had the golden opportunity trying to get another set right there, and Merrick just putting all his frustrations into all these checks right now. Now 50 and just going to go grab this one behind the net. Fighting for this one right here, but puck's still loose. Now 50 and finally has it. Just going to send it up the side to Susie. Susie. That's it. Petrie. Now back to Susie. Susie just trying to keep this one in play. Goes a little too far back. Sullivan's going to have to go and chase it. That one somehow misses the net. Sullivan, good touch right there to keep it in play. Now here goes Petrie up the side. Shot goes up by Keedy, and Keedy just sent that one right in. Now it looks like Susie is getting into it in a 4-on-1 right there, so he almost fought Natick's entire line. Susie definitely ain't scared of anybody. It looked like the man he was going after was Sully Brown right there. So 2 juniors just barking at each other.
You love to see it. Gets a little feisty here in the 3rd period. 1-1 games. It's just part of the game.
Excuse me, Susie only a sophomore right there, so definitely showing he ain't scared of anybody.
Absolutely. You love to see that from the young guys. A little fire under them. Play mad.
That one going to get dropped back. Kajuk ready for it. Ref's going to signal icing. So Marshfield's going to get another face-off in their zone. So now Anderson, if I'm Marshfield, I'm definitely determined to put one in the back of the net within like these next 2 minutes.
Absolutely. You know, the quicker you can get on the board, get a lead, it becomes easier to play with the lead. So Marshfield, like you said, definitely looking to score here soon and then try to keep building as Berrien just pushes right through down below the net.
Berrien getting it out to the point. Dropped it inside. Shot no good right there. Jordan trying to fight for it. Jordan was able to set up Sullivan earlier, but now puck's loose. Here's Berrien. Berrien just dancing. Shoots that one off of a Natick defender. This one behind the net right now.
Altabella doing a good job throwing his weight around, trying to set the tone here.
Good setup by Dempsey right there. Got it to Flynn. Flynn unable to make anything happen. Back out to Dempsey. Dempsey, that one just went off the body. It looked like of his own man right there.
I think off the foot of Altabella. Those ones hurt.
Now Kajuk collects this one right here. No look passes that one to Sullivan. Sullivan tried to get it up to McLaughlin. Now he gets it over to Holt. Holt looking. Gets it inside.
Oh.
And Kajuk just unable to handle that one to get a shot off right there. Now fight's just going to keep continuing over down in that far corner. Puck's going to get loose. Holt's going to chase after it, but this one ended up in the hands of Natick. And now Natick just going to drop this one. Ref's going to call the icing right there. Camera's going to tell his boys to slow down. Now yet another face-off coming down into this march.
Good start for the Rams here in the third. They've kind of been dominating here with the puck. You know, they're going to look to keep building off that. Try to get one in here as soon as possible. 11:40 left here in the third. Tied up at 1.
Biviano struggled on faceoffs today, but he's able to win that one right there. Now here comes Natick with a great opportunity. Here comes Zahorki. Zahorki still keeps it. Surprised he didn't dump that one off. Now Marshfield has a chance. Here goes Brendan McLaughlin. McLaughlin one-on-one with the goalie. Shoots. That one just a little far right. Holt misses the rebound again. Teddy Holt just getting very unlucky on these rebound attempts. Now it's inside. Holt shoots that one. It goes off the pad of Malcolm. Back out. This one's going to get chased down by Jackson O'Neill. No icing going to be called. O'Neill. Marshfield had another great one-on-one opportunity. McLaughlin just couldn't capitalize. Now here goes Holt. Holt can't get off the rebound. He's just going to try and do it himself, I guess. Holt goes far side, shoots, puck's loose, and that one's just going to get covered up by Malcolm.
Another great chance there from the senior captain, Brendan McLaughlin, who misses the net just wide, but the puck slides right out to the stick of Teddy Holt. Just can't bury it. Good back check there from Natick. We're able to get a stick in the lane of Holt. Marshfield with a few huge chances here early in the third as they look to break the tie.
Definitely getting more rowdy in here. You can definitely feel it. Puck just bouncing around. Keedy gets it. Sullivan almost got that one stuck in the ceiling. Luckily, a light didn't break. Now it looks like Marshfield's just going to get another face-off in their zone. So here's Keedy. Keedy able to win it. Keedy's done a good job on the face-offs today.
Always has. Good center. Matthew Keedy.
Kajuk unable to play that one cleanly, so now they're going to have to reset over to Sullivan. Tries to get it up the wall. Here goes Petrie. Petrie inside. Tried to find Susi right there. Now Kajuk. Kajuk, great move right there to get a defender off. Shots off. Not sure what happened right there, but we got a fight going on along the back wall. Puck ended up right in front of the goalie's crease. Looking like a lot of hands are being thrown right now. Some helmets are kind of coming off. A lot of words being said by both teams. Kajuk and Petrie just staying out of it.
Usually the D's supposed to stay up top just so they don't get a penalty. I believe what happened was there, Susi gave the Natick goalie a little love tap on the top of the helmet. Obviously, it's, a big no-no. Don't touch the goalie. So Natick responds. But I believe that Marshfield, never mind.
Oh, so
it's going to be matching penalties, so it'll remain 5-on-5.
So we're going to have a penalty there on Susi, and we're going to have a penalty there on Kyle Rahl. And Kyle Rahl, Anderson, is the goal scorer for Natick right now in this game. So that's a very big loss here for Natick.
Big part of the Rams game is just trying to stay as calm as possible, stay collected during those little scrums. You know, as you get later into a big game like this, it's tied up. It's going to get rowdy, but if the Rams are able to just kind of, you know, remain level-headed, they should be able to pull one off here.
Nice little fight there in the corner. Out to Sullivan. That one just goes off the pads of Malcolm. Marshall trying to get anything going right now. Now Natick trying to make something happen, and Kajuk is able to steal that one. Altabello trying to get something now. The puck's loose. Natick comes up with it, trying to clear it. Puck's out. Now Natick finally does clear it into the Marshfield zone. Kajuk, great job right there to avoid the tripping call and get the puck. Kajuk somehow able to backhand that one out to Altabello. Altabello flings that one up on the sidewall. Now here comes Berrien. Berrien trying to go inside. Berrien retreats back right now. Getting swarmed right there by Flynn. Great defense there from Grady Flynn. Now Natick able to push Flynn now with the puck. That one just goes off the wall. Camera comes out to stop that. Giannetti's going to take it. Giannetti unable to do anything with that one. Now this is a dangerous situation. Tries to sneak that one past Camera. Camera ready for it. That one intercepted there by Kajuk. Now Kajuk trying to push tempo. Here comes Teddy Holt. Teddy Holt has one defender to beat. Looking to his opposite side. Tries to shoot it himself. Shots off. Looked like Holt tried to just draw the puck loose right there. Natick wasn't having any of it, so they just went right at him again.
Good opportunity for the Rams. You saw Biviano crash at the net there, kind of a 2-on-1. Teddy Holt just decides to take a shot, goes right off the helmet of Malkin. Good stop there. But the Rams, you know, more and more scoring chances as Natick seems to get a little caught up in the heat of things as the period progresses.
Definitely looks like Teddy Holt's definitely determined to get a goal right now because he's had two fantastic opportunities that he just hasn't been able to capitalize on. So he definitely wants to be the hero here, and I totally respect it. Now Giovanello in on the faceoff against McDonald. That one won by Marshfield. Now Marshfield has a chance. Holt just fires that one along the back wall to McLaughlin. McLaughlin, great centering pass right there. No one home to take it. Now 50 and just going to go into the back of the rink. Now Marshall has a chance. Giovanello is going to try and chase that one down. Good clear right there from Malcolm to avoid any disturbance from Giovanello. McLaughlin, nice little check right there on chase. Now this one going to go into the back. Ref's going to call the icing right there. So now Marshall going to get yet another faceoff in their zone, Anderson.
Out comes the third line. Obviously with Susi in the box, they're going to put Bocchino out there with Keedy and Petrie. So a little bit of a different look here for the Rams. On their third line, we'll see what Bocchino is able to do. Petrie wins the faceoff.
Marshall definitely missing a key piece of that third line in Susi. But nonetheless, looking like they're going to try and make it up right here. Here's Bocchino getting some run time with the third line. Now Natick try to clear it out. Kajuk's not able to stop that one. Now here's a 2-on-1. Sullivan trying to stop it. So he's able to snipe that one in the net. Great shot regardless, but they're going to whistle him for the offside beforehand. So Brown very unhappy with the call right there.
Yeah, that's a big mistake there for Natick. He had a 2-on-1 going with speed into the O zone, and they go offsides.
Bracken just got a little too excited in the moment right there and cost his team a goal.
Big break for Marshfield there.
Keedy's able to win the faceoff. Shot goes wide right there for Natick. Both teams just fighting for the puck right now. A little bit out of the neutral zone. Now this one's going to end up behind camera, and Sullivan's going to get it. Sullivan fires it along the wall to Bocchino. Bocchino stays on his feet. Bocchino just trying to draw it loose for the breakaway attempt. Now Keedy's going to get it. Keedy fires it along the back wall. Kajuk going to go chasing after the puck. Keedy has it now. Gets swarmed there by Brown. Puck's still nowhere. Now it's going to end up in the possession of Petrie. Petrie just put that one in the air, kind of playing around with Bracken right there. Now Kajuk going to take it over. Kajuk, the defenseman, going in on his left side, tries to drop it behind him, drops it to nobody. No one can keep up. Jordan able to grab it, but Jordan can't get that one past the neutral zone, and that one going to get flung down to the opposite side. No icing is going to be called there. Now that one going to get flung into Natick's side, and I think that's going to be Natick's first icing of the entire game.
Marshfield's.
Marshfield, excuse me.
No, it's all good. One of their first, yeah, absolutely.
Marshfield's first icing call of their game, excuse me. So now Natick, for the first time in what's felt like forever, going to get a face-off in their zone now.
Natick kind of waking up as the period progresses here. It'll be Berrien with Jordan and Altabello out there for the Rams.
DeLuca wins the face-off for the Redhawks right there.
Altabello on the forecheck.
His presence right there was able to get Dempsey to lose possession of the puck right there. Now this one's just going to end up back in the neutral zone. All right, here goes Berrien. Berrien getting swarmed by every man on the Natick team right now. Great centering pass right there. I believe that was Holt that set that one up. No one home to collect. Whistle's going to get blown.
.6:32 left here in regulation. Still tied up at ones.
Definitely a lot of time left, Anderson. I mean, both sides right now haven't been able to get anything going this period. If you're in the situation, what are you telling your team? Either side.
Just try to stay as calm as possible. Get as many pucks to the net, shots on net as possible. You know, no shot late in a game like this is a bad shot. You know, you never know what will sneak in. Take a weird bounce. You know, we've seen puck luck go all the way for the Rams. Teddy Holt had a few wide open chances and they just didn't have the puck luck. But, you know, you never know. You just try to get as many shots on net as possible.
6.5 remain. We will play overtime if needed. But puck going to stay in the Marshfield zone. Now ends up in the neutral zone. Here comes McDonald. McDonald with a one-on-one. Kajuk swings it over to the opposite side. Great defense right there from Teddy Holt to prevent any shot attempt right there.
Good hustle play there from Teddy Holt. Able to get back on the back check, break up the 2-on-1.
Shot goes right off of Camera's pad. Good break there from Marshall. No one was there on the rebound. Puck ends up in the neutral zone somehow. Giovanello takes a tough fall. Gets up like nothing happened. Now he's going to end up with the puck, and he's just going to give it to McLaughlin. McLaughlin leading the team in points so far. Leading the team in every category, actually.
Oh.
Tries to get the centering pass right there. Just missed his mark by a tad.
Good back check, though. Able to make up for his mistake there.
Clark unable to get anything done. That one just gets taken away there by McDonald. Now two bodies hit the deck behind the net. Shot goes in.
Blocked in front.
Nobody. Now Petrie.
All the way.
Trying to get something going here. Petrie just fires it along the back wall. Goes all the way around. Keedy trying to make something happen. Nothing does. Puck's still loose. Ends up in the hands of Dempsey. Keedy pressuring him up there. Puck ends up in the neutral zone. Now in the hands of Merrick. Merrick up to Susie. Susie free from the box. Now here comes Keedy. Keedy trying to get something going inside. He trips. Now Natick can end up with possession. We got two people on the ground. Looks like their sticks are interlocked. Keedy wanted the penalty. Didn't get anything. Looked like he was just trying to hit the scoreboard on that shot right there. That one was nowhere near the net. Camera didn't even move.
Good stick from the Rams. It's able to just kind of pop up over the glass towards the scoreboard there. As we got just under 5 minutes left of regulation here. Still knotted up at one. An absolute classic here between Natick and the Rams.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Anderson. This has just been a chippy game all around. We've seen pretty much a whole fight break out behind one of the nets, and I don't think we'd want it any other way than a tough physical game like this. It's just going to come down to who can get it done at the end.
Absolutely. Natick looking to run a set play here. Rams will just match it, and the puck gets chipped out into the protective netting, so another stoppage.
Keeping everybody safe here at the box, what they do best.
I love to see it. You don't want any students or fans losing teeth.
So if you're Natick, Anderson, they haven't had a lot of scoring opportunities in the period. How do you capitalize off of a moment like this?
It starts with the faceoff. You got to win the faceoff here. Try to get it to your point, get guys to the net, and just get a shot off.
Unable to win the faceoff. Merrick's got it. Tries to get it up to Altabello, and that one just gets by him. But Berrien's going to go up and pressure him as he just loses his footing right there. Berrien takes a fall with him. But now Jordan has it. Jordan has a great look at the net. Shoots that one. Just goes off the padding of Malcolm. Good save there from Malcolm. Shot goes over. No one there on the rebound for the Rams. Berrien going to try and go get it. Clears it out. 50 and tries to put a shot in. Shot's no good. Here comes Merrick. Merrick going behind the net. Most physical player on this Marshfield team. Now Marshfield's going to retreat back. Not let anything silly happen. And
Good step from Altabello there.
It's intercepted by Altabello. Altabello showing his skills. Tries to put that one top shelf. Can't get that one to fall. Now puck lands back in the neutral zone. Marshfield's just going to clear it out. Try to get a line change going. Second line coming in here for the Rams. Trying to get the job done. Biviano goes and tries to lay the hit. Unsuccessful. Puck still just getting fought for along that back wall. Puck finally loose. Here comes McDonald. McDonald trying to go up the ice. Puck in the neutral zone. Natick trying to escape. This is Zahornicki. Zahornicki loses it, but he gets it back. Tries to put it up. Shot no good. Kajuk has it now. Kajuk tries to get it back. Sends it right over to Zahornicki. Camera is able to block it. Looked like there was some interference there in the crease. Ref doesn't call it. Marshfield able to avoid the offside. Kajuk trying to put something in, and he can't. Puck's behind the net. Still going to play. Puck gets cleared out. Sullivan just going to get it. Sullivan now able to set up. No defenders near him. Now Marshall trying to get something to go here out of the neutral zone. Almost ends up in the stick of Holt. Now Natick on the attack right here. Here comes McDonald. McDonald shaking through the Marshfield defense. Kajuk not playing any of it. Kajuk avoids the tripping call right there. Marshfield now trying to go make something happen. Here comes McLaughlin. McLaughlin shoots in a 3-on-1. Just barely misses top post of the net.
Well, deflection out by the top of the circles. Like I said, just trying to get pucks to the net. Anything's good.
Here's a
Jordan
right
with a great chance.
Go left side, and he can't.
Big hit. Delayed penalty here for the Natick. Excuse me. Marshall's going to be on the power play here.
Jordan looked like he was a little shaken up after that one, but he was able to get up. Good eye there on the penalty. So it looks like they're going to ring up Finn Moriarty right there, the senior, and he's going to head to the box. And Marshfield going to have almost the remainder of the period with the power play with a 19-second difference right here. Moriarty very visibly frustrated heading into the box right now. He knows that was a very costly play, and now the student section is going to let him know.
Absolutely. That's just part of the game right there. You know, the Rams going to do their best to try to capitalize here. The power play not clicking at the rate Coach Conley would want it to be, but he's going to send his top unit out. Like you said, 2 minutes, 19 seconds left here in regulation. See what the Rams can do on their first power play of the day.
Natick able to come up with the faceoff win. Now here goes Berrien, senior captain, trying to put something in, and he can't get anything to fall. This is probably the most crucial, kill of Natick's season, with only a 19-second difference between the penalty clock and the game clock. Marshfield's been given a very, very good opportunity here. Now all they need to do is capitalize. Berrien back in there on the faceoff for the Rams. Puck gets flung out back into Marshfield's zone. Kajuk trying to come up with it. Now Marshfield trying to get a power play going right here. Here comes Teddy Holt. Teddy Holt loses it. Good right there. But Kajuk in the neutral zone at the right place. Gets it over to Altabello. Up to Holt. Holt tries to get it into Berrien. Berrien getting tripped up. Sullivan tries to shoot, and he just misses the puck right there. Berrien gets it out to Kajuk at the point. Kajuk, we know he can shoot from out there. He's a threat. Some tripping up in the front of the net. Kajuk fires. Shot's no good right there. Tried to hit it off of Berrien's body, it seemed. Now here's Altabello. Kajuk calling for it. Almost at the point. Kajuk shoots. Great save right there from Malcolm. Malcolm just holding the door shut right now for Natick and the Redhawks, not letting Marshfield get anything in right now.
Great tip attempt there for Ben Berrien out in front. Kajuk with a good shot, a little high right at the waist. Absolute money for a tip. Berrien, I don't know, he might have got a stick on it, but right into the stomach of the Natick goalie. And now the Rams will send out their second unit. It'll be Giovanello, Jordan, and McLaughlin with Merrick and Dion on the points.
Biviano able to win the faceoff right there. Puck going all the way back into the Marshfield zone as Merrick's able to collect. Marshfield got about a minute left on this power play to try and make anything happen. Merrick gets the puck up to Biviano. Biviano is going to retreat back out. Didn't like what he saw.
Good play there. Take his time. Set it up.
Looked like Conley called for it. Into McLaughlin. Now out to Merrick. Merrick over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin trying to make something happen. McLaughlin shoots. That one goes off of a Natick defender. Now over to Merrick. Merrick trying to find a gap. Over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin shoots. That one goes off of the skate of Chase. The senior captain going on the break here for the shorthanded play. Gets it past Merrick, and now Camera has no choice but to cover that one up. With 26 seconds left on the power play, 45 seconds left in regulation. Anderson, Natick has done a phenomenal job on this kill right here.
Yeah, a couple big blocks. Senior captain, Brendan McLaughlin, trying to just get pucks on that. He had a couple of options. Didn't, I guess, not like him, and just ended up shooting the puck. Big blocks there for Natick. Ends up in the Marshfield D zone. Kind of a crucial few blocks there for Natick, as there's 26 seconds left on this Rams power play.
Definitely a situation where you need to be more locked in than ever if you're Natick. Now Marshfield got about 18 seconds left on the power play, trying to make something happen. Over to Berrien. Berrien loses possession of the puck. Now it's back Natick, trying to kill it, but they turn it over. Holt has possession. Holt trying to go up. Holt gets stripped. Ultimate shoots. That one is snagged out of the air by Malcolm. What a save. Just trying to hold the door shut with 22 seconds left here in regulation. If you're Moriarty, you're counting your blessings right now in that penalty box.
Yeah, counting down the seconds.
This last 3 seconds made a very costly play, but the defense was just able to hold up, and you have to give Natick
something they have to be Marshall has to be aware is Moriarty coming out of the box. You see Sullivan and Kajuk almost outside of the blue line because he's coming out of the box. And he's going to try to fly the zone here. There he goes.
And you read that play like a book. Marshfield got about 10 seconds to make a play here in regulation. Marshfield may be able to get one shot off. Berrien was able to center it, but no one was home. We got 5 seconds left, and puck is just going to go into the other end. Icing's going to get called, but going to let the clock expire. So we're all even after 3 periods, and it looks like we're headed to overtime here, Anderson.
Nothing better than 3-on-3 overtime hockey. Doesn't get much more exciting. We'll see what Coach Conley does, how he mixes together some of his guys. I'm sure it'll be a lot of the top 2 forward lines with those top 2 D pairs. Kind of mix them together, see what works. Keys to overtime, you have to maintain control of the puck. It's all about possession, keeping the puck. That means, not rushing a play. You get the puck, take a second, curl around, skate with the puck, try to scan the ice. You have a lot more time than you think in 5-on-5, and then it becomes 3-on-3. You have even more time. It's like unbelievable the amount of time that you have. But when you're in the game, it starts to feel really fast, so you start to force mistakes. We saw it last year against Archbishop Williams. Jack Doherty kind of made a forced play. It ended up working out for the Rams, and Jonathan Sullivan was able to skate in and score the game winner. So that kind of worked out for the Rams. But those are the plays you kind of want to eliminate. Maintain control of the puck is the biggest thing here for the Rams in overtime.
Yeah, so overtime set is a little bit different. They played 3-on-3. So what are some, when you're in a setting like that with smaller people, what are some looks you try to get? Like, do you want to play 2 defenders, 1 forward, 2 forwards, 1 defenseman? What's the look there?
Yeah, so it really just depends on your skill guys, because there's so much space. You need the guys that are fast, that have the good edges to move around. So though, obviously, it's going to be 4-on-4 to start.
So it looks like Marshfield's going to rock out with McLaughlin, Kajuk, Berrien, and Sullivan.
I do believe it's only 1 overtime period, though, in the regular season. If no one scores, it'll end in a tie.
Yeah, I think out-of-league game, would they do a shootout? You never know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Anyways, here comes Natick on the play right here. Dump back, goes across the ice over to Dempsey. Dempsey trying to make something happen. Rebound. Very scary play right there, but Camera is just quickly able to cover it up right
Puck
there.
kind of pops up right in front of Camera's face, and kind of a lucky bounce there for the Rams. Lands right back down in front of him, and he's able to cover it up for the stoppage.
Camera's been locked in the whole game, hasn't let anything easy get by him, and right there, probably his biggest play of the night so far.
Absolutely.
On the
Crucial face-off here for the Rams as Berrien will end up losing it.
McDonald just able to get the best of him right there. Berrien hasn't been great on the face-off tonight. Now here's McDonald. McDonald just waiting for something to open up, dumps it back to Dempsey. Dempsey swings it across the ice. That was Moriarty. Dempsey puts a shot on and just fires it right at Camera's chest pad.
Routine save there from Camera. No one in front, no screen. He had eyes on it the whole way in. Like you said, routine stop there. And the Rams will roll their line. Or send out 2 new D, excuse me. It's going to be Fithian and Merrick with Berrien and Jordan.
Fucking end up behind the net for McDonald, just getting swarmed by Merrick. Dempsey puts a shot up. That one about a half-inch away from ending this one here.
Blocked by Berrien. Almost worked out in the favor of Natick as the puck squirts out.
Now we're back in the neutral zone. Here's Dempsey. Goes back into his own zone now. Natick just trying to make something happen right here when you have possession, especially in overtime. Can't lose it, but they do right there. Puck just gets mishandled right there by Homer.
Berrien
Now
all alone.
Berrien puts a shot up, barely misses the top left corner right there. Jordan tries to keep it alive. One just going to get swung along the wall. Looked like that one rode the red line a little bit, and I'm not talking about the midline of the ice. Merrick just got his chain snatched right there on that one. Puck gets sent up to Zahornicki. Zahornicki just fires that one across the ice, tries to play it off the wall.
Oh,
just
unlucky bounce for the Rams there.
Unfortunate positioning there for McLaughlin. Now Biviano tries to pressure. Puck gets sent on to the other side again. McLaughlin goes to fight Zahornicki right there. Now we got a fight in the corner between, that was Fithian and Zahornicki. Puck still loose. Merrick trying to come up with it. Now Merrick finally has it. Merrick trying to make something happen. Merrick all by himself right now gets into the neutral zone.
Just under 3 minutes left here in the overtime.
Up to McLaughlin. McLaughlin trying to make a play happen. Almost halfway through this overtime period. Biviano tries to get it out, and Biviano gets the puck taken away from him. Now Natick has an opportunity. Sullivan almost lost a step right there, and Sullivan able to make an unbelievable defensive play right there and not able to draw a penalty. Now here comes Kajuk up the left side. Kajuk tries to fire that one inside. Can't. Kajuk out to Sullivan. Sullivan just surveying the defense, looking for a hole. Gets over to Berrien, over to McLaughlin. McLaughlin just waiting for something to open up. Berrien unable to keep control of it. Kajuk trying to get someone open. There's the fight along the wall. Kajuk and Dempsey now. Puck's loose. Ends up in the possession of Natick. We're closing in on 2 minutes to play.
Oh, no.
And now we have a one-on-one here with Bracken and Camera. Bracken.
Great save by Sal Camera.
And Sal Camera unbelievably locked in right now. Lights, camera, action on that save right there from Sal Camera. And he's getting his love from the student section, as you can hear.
Under 2 minutes left here. Rams with a big chance here after a great save from Camera.
Fight still going along on the wall. McLaughlin
Oh,
able to get that one. Ref not
Oh,
going to signal
call.
a tripping right there. So McLaughlin definitely got away with one. Now here's Kajuk.
Sullivan.
Puck gets past Sullivan.
Berrien.
Gets it into the neutral zone for
One
Ben
on
Berrien.
one.
It's Ben Berrien's turn. The other 9. Goes up. McLaughlin tries to back
Loose
it
in
out
front.
in.
Oh.
Puck still loose. Berrien unable to get it. Now puck just going to get flung all the way into the back. Ref is going to call the icing. So now Anderson Marshfield's going to have a possession in their zone with just a little bit over a minute left to play here in overtime. What do you got to do?
Like I said earlier, starts with the face-off, probably the biggest face-off all night long. Right here for Ben Berrien. You got to win this face-off. Try to get it to the wall or up to the point, and then set up whatever you're trying to run in the O zone. Berrien skates in to take the face-off on the wall. Natick will win that one. It pops out to Jordan. Jordan down low.
Jordan
Loose in front.
Puck still loose. Malcolm unable to cover that one. Now Natick finally able to get it just about a minute to play here in overtime. Tyler Pinheiro with Anderson Dalton here for this final minute. Natick has it in the neutral zone. Trying to make a play right here is McDonald, the senior captain.
Good stick from Barry in there.
Now Barry doing a great job being the rat that he is, but Barry just loses his footing right there and just slides upon the ice. Puck still in the neutral zone. Neither team able to retain possession. We're within 45 seconds left in the period. Marshfield trying to go make some noise right there. And it looks like McDonald's not even going to go fight for that one. Marshfield's got a little over 30 seconds to make a play right here. Not looking good for either side right now. Puck getting into Natick's zone. Natick almost coughs that one up. The play right there from Dempsey to keep it in possession. Natick has one more chance.
20 seconds.
Chase down the line. Chase
Shot
shoots.
blocked.
Shot gets blocked by Kajuk. Marshfield trying to get one more opportunity here with about 15 seconds to play.
Kajuk.
Here comes Kajuk. Kajuk trying to make something happen. Kajuk surveys about 10 seconds left. Kajuk at the blue line gets tripped. No call. Altobello. Kajuk has to pull from the point. Puck not available. And time is going to expire here in overtime. So we're waiting to hear result as of right now. We have a tie. Not sure if we're going to be going
That'll be it
here or not. Looking like that is going to be it. So
no double overtime in the regular season.
An unbelievable fight from both sides here tonight just to end in a tie. Goals scored by Jonathan Sullivan and, Kyle Rawl. Both defensemen put one in the back of the net. So that was just an unbelievable effort from both teams. Two good teams here in D1. Records might be different, but skill-wise, definitely the same.
Absolutely. You couldn't said it better than myself. A great game through and through. Thought the Rams really woke up second, third period. They were able to tie it up. And like you said, overall, just a great game.
Give a big shout-out to South Camera. Marshfield could have very easily lost it right there on that breakaway attempt, but Camera stayed locked in, was able to get the save. I don't know about you. I'd rather tie than lose any day of the week.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it sucks. Obviously, you want to win, but taking a tie, sometimes it can feel like a loss. But I think in this case, that's a good team that you just tied. You know, you're coming off a big win. You're trying to obviously build your momentum going in the rest of the season. But if you look at Natick right now, they look absolutely defeated. Marshfield really skated with them all night long. I thought they played really well through and through.
Natick definitely thought they were going to come in here and get a statement win. And that's all we have for now. Next time you'll catch the Rams will be on Saturday versus Whitman Hanson at Rockland Skating Rink. For Tyler Pinheiro and Anderson Dalton, thank you so much for watching here on Marshfield Community Media. Hope you all have a great night. You'll catch me and Andrew Youngworth tomorrow night for Marshfield boys basketball versus Duxbury. Should be a good one. Thank you so much for watching. Good night.
MCM coverage of MHS sports is proudly presented by
Biviano General Contracting.
Biviano General Contracting is Marshfield's leading custom modular house builder. Modular building saves time and money. Only 8 to 12 weeks for the entire build, saving up to 25% of the cost compared to traditional building. We also offer custom deck building, kitchen and bathroom remodels, additions, and house elevations.
More information can be found at bivianocontracting.com.
Repel Pest Solutions. Repel Pest Solutions is a full-service pest control company protecting residential and commercial properties from nuisance pests that carry germs and diseases. They are a small, family-run business from Marshfield, licensed, insured, competitively priced. We work to understand your needs and offer an integrated pest solution that's environmentally friendly. Don't be afraid to bug us. Road to Responsibility. Founded in 1988, Road to Responsibility's mission is to provide the means, the opportunity, and the support necessary to allow citizens with disabilities to take their place as productive members of the community. We are committed to providing all individuals with opportunities to truly live in the community. Through our services, we are proud to enrich and improve the lives of every individual, one person at a time.
Crossing a 50, 40. He's got two men to beat. No one's going to catch.
Pick it up, and it is scored!
For three.
Got it!
With the shot. Lights out. Good night. Goodbye.
And that's it! Marshfield wins!
It's a great serve. Another one.
Drop!
And the Rams drop one first here in the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Kick on the field, and it is